Neil, you're live.
Boom! Live tonight on the Off the Lip Radio Show at the beautiful Santa Cruz Boardroom. Community service night. DUI awareness evening with
California Highway Patrol.
California.
The fuzz.
Let's get started right here with the bartender.
Okay, somebody's completely sober. Get your next one.
Here, TC. What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Got some alcohol in the cup here.
What
Some
is
nice
TC
fresh
drinking
juices.
tonight?
TC is drinking my secret recipe Mai Tais. This is the secret right here. The extra float of dark spiced rum on there for him.
That's the
And
secret.
it looks like he's almost ready for his next one.
How
We
many
can't do it
TC?
without the beautiful parasol umbrella.
TC, how many is this?
This is
would
number
be
two.
This is number two.
That's
and
number
you're-
two. This
Number
would be
two. Yeah, number two.
Number three, right
This is
there.
number three.
The hand
And
up.
you're,
And so this is a really good night tonight,
I
actually.
had 1.5 the other night. I was wobbly.
Wobbly. Do I sound wobbly?
So this is the third one. How many ounces of alcohol are in here, Renuma?
Well, let's call it 2.5,
Okay.
So
roughly.
is he? What would you think right now? Is he getting towards the borderline where like?
It's been pretty quick that he had the two drinks.
That's
so
the way he drinks,
it's
though.
going to start rising soon.
It's gonna start right. What's the?
The heat is building.
Okay,
blood
what?
alcohol level will
When you
start
say,
rising.
oh, the alcohol level's rising. Okay. So do you think?
Well, by the way, I'm stirring with my umbrella right now, so just to give you an idea of how
Do you
things are
think you're
going.
safe enough to drive a car? Do you think you could drive over the hill right now?
No problem.
No.
Yeah. Now, should I be driving? Probably not, and we'll
Right.
find out.
No problem.
Well,
For
of
somebody-
course, because I'm
for
a
somebody-
cocky male. Yeah, hit the road.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And for somebody who hasn't had a ticket in 30 years,
Right.
I mean, you want to keep going. That's a record,
For sure.
right? So you
Well-
want to keep that.
I think more than anything, hindsight being 2020 in
Yeah.
every situation.
Right.
Currently, right now, I'm like, yeah, hit the road.
Right.
Would I? No way.
You wouldn't.
No. No.
Lorna, come get me.
Exactly. Yeah. And reason being,
Because you're sensible.
yeah.
I mean,
Why I haven't had a ticket in 30 years?
okay, what's the percentage of the population are not sensible?
I don't know if I can answer that.
think we can quantify that.
Would you say 90%? Is that what?
No, but how many? You're in a restaurant, right? You serve alcohol. How many people do you think are not responsible?
I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that question.
All right.
But
I'm
I'm
gonna
curious.
avoid
I
that
do have a question for the CHP.
Yeah.
If you guys could guesstimate, where do you think, what region in the county is the most popular for the old bad
DUI?
decision DUI?
There's
There's
no.
no specific
So
region.
it's spread out.
It's
It's
pretty
No
spread out.
specific
spread out.
area?
All right.
Throughout
You
the
know,
whole
the
county.
the goal here is to bring the awareness to,
Right.
Right.
you know, for drinking and driving or not drinking and driving, and making sure that people are sensible when they're out. It's the holidays. Everyone's having a party. Here we are right now. We're having a
having a
nice
party
event.
right here.
This
I
is
got
our
party.
party.
One.
So making sure that everyone is using good judgment and they're finding a ride share, doing pre-planning. It's not hard.
But doesn't
We-
your alcohol level rise and your judgment diminishes?
Absolutely.
Right? Your judgment doesn't go up like, well, I'm a smart drinker. Right? Are you a smart drinker, TC?
I am a smart drinker. You want to know why?
Why?
Because
But you live-
if I had planned tonight was like the boardroom
Bash.
Christmas party,
Yeah.
I would never drive to it,
Right.
nor would I ever drive home. I
How
would
about
be
you? What
100% responsible, and my responsibility is to save other people.
Right.
But people make bad decisions. The whole objective tonight is, if you're watching, would be that you could second think about this and make a good decision to maybe phone a friend or take a Uber, or if worse comes to worse, go take your keys out of ignition, sleep it off, and walk home in the morning, maybe. And then maybe there's suggestions the CHP could offer.
Well, definitely ride shares. That's just something that we have so available to our fingertips,
Right.
on your cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. So making sure that you have a ride share, an app that's already downloaded with all your information. So all you have to do is click that one button. You're able to get a ride share home.
So there's an app like that?
There's a couple apps like
Oh, really?
that, yeah, but we can just say ride shares for now.
Okay, ride
And-
share.
mhm.
Okay. All right.
Another thing would probably designating a sober driver, having somebody with you that's going to be, partying, but sober,
Right.
and making sure that you're getting yourself safe at home and themselves as well.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Neil,
Yeah.
question, and maybe CHP can answer this.
You mean I can't?
So I'm going to give it to you first.
All right.
So a guy like me, we're having a great time, boardroom Christmas party right now.
Right.
Woo!
Rocking,
Yeah, we're
rocking, yeah.
discoing. Numa's making the
You gotta get
drinks.
music live. They gotta get the
Right.
music going, TC.
And then maybe I'm a dumbass and I get in my car and drive home, and lo and behold, woo! I got rolled up on.
Right.
How bad is my life after making that decision? Like, what do I expect? And bringing it back to you folks, what will happen to me when that happens? So somebody who hasn't been in that position before will know. I lose my license, probably, right?
How long for?
Okay, fill us in. What happens?
You will probably lose your license for a year,
Right.
suspended. You would have to ask the DMV for like a restricted license. Hey, I need to go to work. I need to have some kind of transportation to go get my kids.
Right.
But that's still not guaranteed. So you'll be losing your license for probably a year. On top of all the court fees that you probably have to do.
It's like 10 grand, right? It's like
It's about
$10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah.
And it's making it a lot difficult, for you to get your license back after the fact.
Damn.
And you got to attend all the DUI classes, right? You're going to attend
Depending on which
you're going to
county
go to
you-
Janice, right? And-
There's no more Janice.
Oh, it's no more Janice?
There used to
Okay.
be a Janice where we drop you off.
Right.
You just basically just sober up. There's no more Janice
But
anymore
you-
in this county.
you have meetings for how long? For like a
Depending on which county you're in, you'll have meetings and you'll have to attend classes that you'll have to pay for.
so all told, how much is the cost of the DUI?
I think it's about 10 to 15,000 depending on the county.
Ew.
That's rough.
Huh?
Well, you know what's rough about that is that some of these people have kids, significant others, obligations to rent and PG&E and so forth.
Everything, yeah.
I
Just
mean,
life in general.
literally, it could basically ruin your life in a short sentence. I mean, it's
Especially if you're living like a lot of people month to month. And
Yeah,
month
that's-
to month and stuff,
It definitely could, but when we do arrest people, I like to say this. This is actually the best option and best outcome that could have happened. Because one, you could have killed somebody. Two, you could have killed yourself.
Right.
Or three, you could have killed yourself and somebody else.
Right.
So when I had arrested people, that was something that I would like to tell them that, hey, this is actually one of the best outcomes that could have happened. You getting to go home safely.
Yeah.
Because we were able to get you off the road.
Yeah.
And making sure that you didn't kill somebody or yourself.
Right. Like that guy in Vegas, did you see that football player, that Raiders guy?
no, for sure. I mean,
the
it's,
lady burned in her car with the dog.
well, my theory, but my point being is, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. When you pull somebody over and there's no casualties, and you put them in the back of the car, and they spend their couple hours, they go home and deal with their fines and penalties. But when you roll up onto the scene, and there's a wrong way driver head on, I'm sure you don't feel. I mean, you. Can you explain the emotions of what
How
goes
we
through your
feel?
mind when you come upon a scene that's catastrophic because a DUI driver caused it?
And that's
Yeah.
the worst part is when it's a victim
Yeah.
that gets killed when they're the ones that are driving, normally, legally, and they get killed by somebody who's a DUI driver, and the DUI driver ends up living. It's pretty tough to see, and it's pretty heartfelt on us.
And it happens a lot, though, doesn't it? It's not like it's a rare occurrence.
It does happen a lot. I think one of the reasons is when you are drunk or driving under the influence of some kind of substance, your body is relaxed.
Yeah.
And somebody who is not drunk or under the influence of anything is more tense. So they might brace for some kind of impact. So when you're bracing, your body's getting stiff, which can cause more damage. If you are under the influence, you might not brace because you're not thinking and you can't react as you would normally, not under the influence. So sometimes they end up living because of that fact.
Right. Is drunk driving does that take up most of your business, as it were?
It does.
It's a large percentage of what you have to deal with, correct?
For us, as the highway patrol, it does, especially during the nighttime, during our graveyard shifts.
I was driving down the freeway today, come back from that radio station, down Highway 1, and it wasn't busy. And there was a van. The van went in 3 lanes, with middle one, right one, left one,
Back and forth.
back and forth.
Would you have pulled them over?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I actually had to go around, kind of over to the left, close to the wall to avoid. I just gunned it, went right by him because they were.
A lot of people like yourself, you see someone driving, they fortunately will call that person in. They don't even know that person, neither do we. But they call them in, hey, this person might hurt somebody. And so they call us and we'll respond. And
But you think that, I'm not going to call them because they're going to be gone, you know.
Or you might think, hey, someone else will call.
Yep.
Right,
But sometimes
right.
they
But
don't.
that you can take that responsibility. If your family's on the road, put yourself in those
right,
shoes.
right.
You're just trying to protect them, your
Yeah.
loved ones. You don't want anybody to get hurt.
So I should have called in. Probably.
I wasn't there, but yeah.
I call him.
If you felt like
No,
you should have, then yeah.
Yeah, my best story ever. I was driving towards the Golden Gate Bridge, and there was this car swerving like really bad. So I called 911, and when they call, they keep you on the line.
Yep.
You guys know that. Follow that car. So I'm following this car. It's all over the road, right? And they're like, "What's your number? What's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, TC. Here's my number." So and I'm following this car, and they said, "Put your hazards on."
Yep.
Is that kind of a common thing, right?
Yep.
Put your hazards on so I know where you are, who you're following. So I hit my hazards, and then sure enough, here comes CHP. Whew, boom, lights are on. They pull him over. 5 minutes later, I get a call. They go, "That guy was 99 years old." Is what I heard, yeah. But the cool thing was, that officer called me back.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, he's 99. Thanks for calling. But, yeah, we'll take away his license maybe next year." But he was all over the road. Thank you. Keep the party going.
You know, when you talk about that,
No, you're keeping the ledger.
it's all about
My scorecard. What's happening? He's keeping the scorecard.
He is keeping
keeping track. If you see something, you say something, right? So you said something about it. So the good thing is you called it in, you saw it, and you said something, so that we can try to mitigate the situation. The other thing is when it comes to DUIs, this is 100%. We can prevent this from happening. People can prevent it. They don't have to get in a car and drive. So it's preventable. So. You know, that's kind of the bigger point here is we're asking people to make sensible decisions and do the right thing. You can still have fun. We can still all have a great time. I'm driving you home tonight, right?
Thank you very much.
You gotta,
I
you
appreciate it.
gotta
Yeah.
ride home tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
So there we go. So
And what made me feel good is he was 99, but as a citizen, I felt like I did my due course because I don't want anyone's child to die. You know, like seriously, that's what it's all about. And when he called me back, and I'm sure you all do, I felt I was proud because I actually like tried.
Right.
And
You didn't know
it
who he
turned.
was.
I didn't know who he was, and it turned out it was a 99-year-old guy. And yeah,
out of curiosity, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah. It's all
Do you
good
notice
right now,
anything, Neil? About
Yeah. Am I pretty stoked right now?
when you listen to TC talk, do you notice
I've seen
anything?
him in action. Yeah, he's getting.
Am I good? Are we heating up right now?
heating
A
up.
little bit. Okay.
So,
Numa, am I good?
You guys, is this an uphill battle here? Are you guys making any headway? Are the rules getting stricter, or is it, people are still getting 10 grand? I'm still going to take a chance and get in my car and drive.
Not you though. You're just
No,
saying that.
no.
The rules are, they are getting stricter, especially when you have multiple DUIs.
Right.
It makes it harder for you to get a license in the future, and also become a felony if you
And
have 3 DUIs on your
It's a
record.
felony. What I noticed when I went to New Zealand, where my sister lives, they have specific commercials on TV that show horrific videos of DUI accidents.
I've seen.
I
those.
mean, it's
I've seen
not.
it.
I mean, you're like, you know what? And it just shocked me. Literally, it shocks you
Yeah.
what you're watching on TV. I mean, it shocks you. Like, oh, I shouldn't watch it, or you watch it. It's riveting, and you can just tell what's going to happen. It's like getting hit by a train with a car stuck in the tracks. You know what's going to happen. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
And this shock treatment, I think it's excellent. How come I wonder why we don't have that here?
I think it's just different standards on what can be shown on TV here.
Okay.
But we do a lot of classes for teenagers that we show commercials like that
Okay.
come from other countries, so that we can kind of give them like a sense of what can happen.
And what classes are you talking about for teenagers?
So we have a Start Smart class that we
A
do.
what?
A Start Smart class.
Okay.
It's for teenagers that are 14 to 20. They can sign up, and you can actually get credit sometimes on insurance, depending on what kind of insurance
Okay.
you have.
Okay,
Yeah, but
we should do that, TC.
You know, why don't they do more of that?
Well,
What you're talking about in New Zealand, like I'm gonna give. Okay, by the way. Okay, by the way, hold on. I'm a little buzzed right now, but I just want to say, like when I was young, when I was young, I was playing around with matches, and a fire broke out, and a hill caught on fire. The mailman caught me. Long story short, I had to go to the volunteer fire department and watch videos of people burning. It seems to me like that kind of sort of preemptive don't do this education could really work.
Yeah, when we offer
For-
those classes for preventative stuff, but we also get those classes for teenagers that might have gotten in trouble. Some of their detention officers will have them go to these classes.
Would you be happy if that was like a class in high school? Was
Definitely.
like, this is what happens to you if you make these
Definitely.
decisions, and it seems
Something happened.
they don't.
I don't think they do.
No.
Anymore. They used to offer it.
Yeah, but should not all school kids be taught?
But the Highway Patrol does offer it, and it's free. So if you guys know anybody, you guys can come.
Would you love to see that in public school? If in public school they were educating teenagers
It would be very helpful, I think.
for your job and for the
for their
safety of everybody, right?
So
Wow.
I just want to say one thing. That
Yeah.
the CHP that are down here tonight,
I know,
as
it's
you
like-
guys very effective. They've launched a large pile of clothes which they're they're looking at, they're checking out.
They're on the
And,
team.
They're on the team.
So I have a question.
What's that?
Do you see any symptoms now that you didn't see before from him?
Yeah, he's getting slurry.
Okay.
But I've seen him. You know, I've
But
seen.
what else do you see?
What else did I see?
Yeah, besides him being like slurred, is there anything else?
He's getting thirstier.
Okay.
He's like, this stuff is like
Oh,
crack.
by the way,
stuff like-
Numa's drinks. By the way, Numa at Aloha Island Grill.
Right.
Aloha, Numa.
Yeah.
They're good. They're sweet.
Well, keep in mind these are not on our menu. These are just
No, these are.
for-
These
Yeah,
are
you're a
friends.
beer.
This
Yeah,
is friends
you're
and benefits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I see him. I see him.
A friend of the
as a-
show.
as
I
a
see him. He's a
business
little.
owner.
If I saw him, if I walked in here, and if I walked in here right now and he was like this, I can see that he's got that smile going on, right? He's smiling, right?
Okay.
I can tell that he's a little off kilter.
So if you pulled me over right now,
Yeah.
from your experience, and I got out of the car, I was like, "Yeah, here's my ID."
Right.
Would I be caught? Would you be like,
I would definitely run you some field sobriety tests.
You
for
would
sure.
right now?
For
So
sure.
can we ask you what are the signs that you guys are seeing?
Yeah. So you want to answer that?
That's great. Well, earlier you said that you feel buzz. Is that right?
"Did I say that?" I should probably ask my lawyer that.
We're in a safe spot.
Right.
This is a
Safe
controlled
environment.
environment.
Okay, yeah.
So I wonder if maybe the viewers saw it. But anyway, you said that you felt buzzed. So one of the questions I might ask you, Dick, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being buzzed and 10 being the drunkest you've ever been in your life, how would you feel? How would you rate yourself right now?
2.75.
2 3/4. All right. So have you ever seen those signs in the freeway that says buzz driving is fill it in? No.
Buzz, it's not good.
It says buzz driving is drunk driving.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So on that scale, 1 is buzz, 10 is the drunkest you've ever been. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
yeah.
But we did things objectively. So one thing I would say, if I pulled you out of the car or if I met you at the side of the car, I would first smell an odor of an alcoholic beverage,
For sure.
possibly emitting from you or within your car. Now, if I'm on one side of the car and you're on that side, can't necessarily smell your breath. So is there alcohol in the vehicle? Did you spill something? I don't know. So
I
what
would probably say yes.
Possibly.
I spilled a drink that
So I'm
Numa
just-
made me.
Now
Yeah.
you're lying.
So you might say that, but from an objective standpoint, you're in your vehicle. So then, to eliminate any spills, I would ask you to come out, just based on odor. And maybe I've asked for your license registration. Maybe you've given me a debit card. Maybe you've given me a magazine instead of your registration. And those are things that they might be signs,
Right.
but I won't know the objective things until I pull you out of the vehicle. At which point, in here, we have a fan going on. There's a slight breeze. Outside, there might be more. I could probably smell your
Smell.
you know.
Yeah.
So I'd pull you out, and the first thing we check is always your eyes. Eyes don't lie. That's kind of the term that we like.
Should I
to
be
go on.
super shifty right now? Look at don't look at him like don't.
So as you're standing there, I would look. So the first thing is the odor. Next thing I would look for.
Can you smell me?
a little bit?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And it smells good.
Get out of that humor.
Would be an odor. The next thing might be just how your eyes look. Red. They don't look red right now. But after a few more drinks, you never know. Sometimes that
I'll take a
happens.
sip.
Your eyes are a very sensitive part of our bodies, and you don't have much control over them. You know, absolute control. You know, there's reflexes. Sorry, I couldn't find that word. That you don't have much control of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know. I
So-
totally get it. I'm trying, but
It's
yeah,
all right.
I get it.
And I haven't
Yeah.
asked you to induce anything with your eyes.
No, and right now I'm like a 18-year-old teenager, like totally
Totally.
paranoid. Like, oh my god!
Well, this is great because there's no, we're in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
You're not in a car, and here we are. So we're just
Yeah.
doing education for everyone else. So
I love this. And by the way, people, listen to this
No,
and
it's
please
15 minutes.
take note.
So we have a device that we have in our patrol cars. It's called a preliminary alcohol screening. It's like a PAS, or people call it a breathalyzer or something like that. I have to wait
weird.
15 minutes after
I'm
he
still
takes his
drinking,
drink, so I'm
by
not
the
going to
way.
do that right now. But like I said, the first thing we do, other than the smell and look at the eyes, maybe slurred speech, maybe hands me something that I didn't ask for in his vehicle, I check his eyes. And there's a scientific method that we go about doing that, which is why we have you come out, and then we ask you some things, and that's when people really get nervous, because things just got real.
Yeah.
So,
You have to, like-
and I'll demonstrate it now, I guess. So, TC, come on over here.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Set your drink down here, if you don't mind.
It's a water.
All right, good. And just face me. You get a shot from over here. Here, wherever you want. Just this direction. We'll do it here. So, keep your heels and toes together. Hands to your side, and perfect. Stay like that. And I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. Okay. So what I want you to do is follow the tip of my finger. Okay. I'm going to use this as we call a stimulus.
Okay.
This is something to watch, right? Follow the tip of my finger with your eyes only. Okay. Do not move your head. Now there's just some specific things that I'm looking for here in TC's eyes. Should I explain those?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm looking for, so this is called smooth pursuit. Seeing how his eyes, now this is the part I was talking about earlier, involuntary. You have zero control over,
Yeah.
sometimes people, you can relax for a second.
Thank you very much.
Sometimes people, they go, oh, he wants me to follow eyes, and they, as we move our finger, they try to anticipate it. And they look one way. I go, no, you got to follow it. It's all for a reason. So what I'm looking for is his eyes. Now we relate this to like windshield wipers on a dry windshield. What happens? Is it smooth?
No.
Negative. It jerks both directions.
How'd
That's
I do
not
it?
a good sign.
Did I
So
do
set up
it
like I had
okay?
before.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
So what I'm
Okay,
doing is
alright.
looking, and there's a certain distance and stuff like that, okay?
Okay. Right.
They are skipping.
Really?
Yes.
They feel smooth as can be
So,
in my hand.
Keep your head,
Yeah.
keep your head straight.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smooth as can be over here.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like this. I see that finger going like.
So
back
then
and-
I'll hold it way over here. And I don't know if the viewers at home can see this. His eyes are what we call ticking. They're
I
like-
can't see that.
I know you can. All right, just relax.
Thanks.
So,
Noom, I need another drink. There you go, buddy.
based on what I saw, and then there's a couple different things that we look for. That's basically it. There's different methods we use.
Would you send me home after what you just saw?
Absolutely not.
Really? I'm done.
Yeah, you're done.
Oh shit.
For sure.
Okay, first off, that was 3 doubles, right?
Uh,
Numa, was that 3?
Yeah, you're at 3.
you are. This is your fourth.
Okay, that's my
That's your
fourth.
fourth?
Oh,
That's his
okay.
fourth. So
Okay, so
now I forgot to mention. So before I go into all that stuff, I ask you some pre-field sobriety test questions.
Okay.
Those include where have you been?
Did I fail them?
I didn't. They're not pass or fail.
Okay.
They're literally just questions, very objective.
Okay.
We don't do things in a subjective manner when we're doing an investigation. Like we said earlier, we don't want to ruin your life, right? That's not our intention. Our intention is to make sure you get home safe and everyone else gets home safe. So I was telling someone else, like it's very objective what we do. It's scientific, and we're trained into this, and we do it the same way every single time. And so based on what I saw, no, I wouldn't let you drive. Right? Now some of those questions I would have asked you would have been like, when did you sleep last? How much sleep did you have? When did you eat last? How much did you eat? What did you eat? Where have you been drinking? How many did you have? The classic answer is always 2.
Damn.
right?
I would say 4?
So
Is that where I'm at?
and
That
so
bartender.
We're not trying to trick people.
Right.
It's just information.
science.
If we can send you home safely, that's our objective. That's what we want you to do. Is go home safely.
Are there times where you roll up and it's questionable, and you
Absolutely.
and it's you send them off, or do you rope them in? Like, where is it?
We err to the side of caution. Let's say if we go through a test and we decide, and should we arrest this person based on what we see? We see some signs and symptoms and objective things that show that you are over that 0.08. Then you err to caution, which would be to take that person off the road, because safety first, right? That's what I always say.
For sure.
If for some reason it's a mistake, or when there's a way, through our channels of, management, that if we did it wrong, we can correct it. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
people too. We try not to be robots.
Well,
We do our job with a smile. We try
I want to back up, because
Yes, sir.
all you're trying to do is protect me.
100%.
Yeah, and then so all you out there, I'm not letting the alcohol talk right now, by the way, just saying. But just saying is that props to you, because all you're trying to do
Get yourself safe.
is keep us safe, right? Get us
Yeah.
all home safe.
Absolutely.
Let Christmas be awesome. Let you celebrate with your families, and don't ruin it for your entire life.
It's just that small choice that can make
Yeah.
such a humongous difference. And if we need to pull you off the road, we'll do it.
How often do people say thank you in your job?
I can speak for myself. Literally every single time I talk to somebody,
Really?
Yeah.
They say thank you.
I try to be that guy. You know what
Well,
I mean? Because I try to. I'll speak for all my colleagues too. Is that we treat people as we want to be treated, and we are doing a job, and it's all about safety. So
Yeah.
when we do things, we try to explain it and why we're doing it. Usually that ends up in a thank you at the end, whether we put them under arrest or whatever. It's a lot of guys say it's probably their least favorite part of our job is arresting people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
no,
you're
yeah.
you're in a place where life is ruined. So
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
Okay. So I just want to tell a quick story about my life.
Go for it.
Yeah, I got. Well,
Hang on a minute.
yeah, no. Quick story. Neil, you ready for this?
Are any of these strong?
Yeah, quick. No,
They're
they're
all
mellow.
like healthy things.
Quick story.
No.
So a couple of years ago, I towed my boat.
Yeah.
I hooked up the boat to the
Yeah.
trailer, went to Vancouver Island,
Yeah.
and on the way back home, at 2 a.m. on Highway 5, I was driving down Highway 5,
Got it.
and suddenly there was a car coming the wrong way.
Yeah. You tell
Yeah, and had a boat, and the car next to me on the highway ducked in to the little spot between my car and the boat, because the car in the fast lane was going
What happened?
the wrong way. It hit a car head on next to me,
Right.
directly next to me, and
You let
that
me know
car and the car it hit went like 8 feet and straight up in the air.
Right.
Because they hit each other head on in the
right.
fast lane on Highway 5 in Olympia, Washington
Okay.
at 2 a.m. after we've been fishing all day.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Are you done with your story?
So, I just want to say,
Yeah.
both drivers were drunk,
Yeah.
and they both survived.
It's good.
Hold on a second.
Hang on a
It's
minute.
funny for me. We're gonna wait 15 minutes and we'll get the actual number.
On me?
Yes.
And then we'll see how it raises.
We doing
Oh.
now? What do you mean by?
But-
What do you, hang on a minute.
Yeah, I don't know what's
said
going
it
on.
mean
earlier.
getting a number.
Is there handcuffs involved?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay.
We're
Is that
gonna use that
optional?
device that actually tests your alcohol level
Right now?
in
15 minutes.
15
In
minutes.
15
Okay.
minutes.
So-
Okay, you can't tell any more stories.
It's a well calibrated machine that we wait 15 minutes
Keep
after your
going,
life.
Chief.
That's all.
Oh, so I can't drink in 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right.
15
Sorry.
minutes.
All right.
Go by fast.
Okay, so back to my story.
We didn't forget that.
So, and we're driving down the road, boom! They jumped. So both cars hit head on.
Right.
And they went straight, because the impact
Right.
sent both cars straight in the air. In my rear view mirror, I saw all the other cars on the highway behind them. except the two cars that hit head on.
They're still in the midair.
They went straight up.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's what happens. And is that what happens? CHP, they're in a big huddle. When cars hit, do they go straight up in the air? Because I saw it in the mirror. So both cars hit, they went straight up in the air. They lived because they were both drunk.
Because they were relaxed, like she said.
Yep.
They were relaxed. They went in the passenger seat
Yeah.
all stiff as boards.
Is that crazy?
They're lucky. They're lucky.
Has there
See, am I
been
good-
ever a
am I-
time in your life where you went on scene and you said they were not lucky?
Absolutely. They're not with us anymore.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely.
And how easy would it have been to go into an Uber, call your mom, call your friend?
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, how easy is that?
More often than than I
15 minutes?
way too often.
Okay. I got a question.
Yes, sir.
My turn. Question. With what's going on nowadays in the world, how different is
Nope.
it? Put that down. No. How much harder is it to get?
I haven't finished that one yet.
Negative.
No,
Are things different now when you come up when you're getting out of your car and you're coming up to a car? Are things different than they used to be, or
No.
no?
We
Because
do things just like we've always done.
Okay, nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Because every time you see look in the newspaper or online,
Right?
guns are
Like-
blazing.
You mean like in respect to law enforcement
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah. No, we just do our jobs just the same way. I've had a lot of positive feedback from people saying, "Hey, I know what's going on in the world, but just know that we support you."
Right.
And I thank them for that. And every time someone says that, we appreciate it.
Where's
So,
the chief? Where's the chief? Is he still here?
he's around. So
Is
while we're waiting,
Yeah.
instead of hearing his wonderful stories this whole time,
Okay.
so generally what we do to get that 15-minute period, we usually go through all FSTs. Now we're doing a show here, which is generally we don't do a show on our stops, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So we have you pull out of the vehicle, check your eyes, and then we do some other things. There's another one. No,
How do my eyes look right now? Are they pretty good?
they're getting more watery for sure.
Damn it!
So let's have you do another one, okay?
Yeah, let's do
Yep.
that.
All right, yeah.
We're gonna get all the tests out there.
So right before we get the actual numbers, we'll have you do some tests. All right. So this one's called the one-leg stand.
Oh, he should be.
Right.
All the yoga you've been doing. This should be a piece of cake.
Does yoga help?
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I don't know what drunk yoga looks like.
Hey, either do I.
All right. All right. So this is the one-leg stand. All right. So there's two parts to this. First part is the instruction phase. I'm just gonna tell you what we're gonna do. Ask you if you understand.
So I just been pulled over on Highway 1
Okay.
because I was swerving.
Yep.
And you're like, woo! Yeah,
Yep.
bro, what's up?
Rolling up.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
ready. Okay.
All right. So then I've already pulled you out of the car. There's some objective signs and symptoms that I've already discovered: breath, eyes,
Yep.
stuff like that. So this is called the one-leg stand. So
Okay.
the first part is instruction phase. I'm going to tell you exactly what we're going to do. All right. So just stand just like you are. Maybe put your hands to your side and just chill and pay attention. Okay.
And I'm super paranoid, right? No, that's
Safe environment. But
Yeah.
if you're on the road,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's things
Got it.
we get that. People are, I'm really nervous. I got it. All right. Well, I'm not here to hurt you or anything like that. I'm here to just do some field sobriety tests. So
Got it.
you can choose your left or your right leg. Can be either one. Okay.
What's feeling good?
All right. What you're going to do with that leg, with your hands to your side, you're going to lift that leg approximately 6 inches off the ground, keeping your foot parallel to the ground, with your legs straight, with your hands to your side. You're going to look at your foot, and you're going to count out loud like this: 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. You're going to keep counting until I tell you when to stop.
Okay, right?
Hold on. Does that all make sense?
I'm guilty already.
Do you have any questions?
You tell me when.
I have a question. Do you make women do that in high heels?
No, we'll have them take their shoes off or something. So you're going to do it until I tell you when to stop. Okay, do you have any questions on how you stand?
You
or
tell
how
me
you
when left foot kicks out. I'm ready to
You
go.
get to choose a foot.
Left.
Left foot up. All right. Are you ready? Begin.
1001.
Go ahead and lift that foot again
Is that
continue,
good?
and continue counting.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and 1,005. Is that good?
Lift it up, keep going.
6?
Yeah, no, just keep going. Just like I explained.
1,006, 1,007.
That's okay.
And 1,008, 1,009, 1,010, 1,011, 1,012, 1,013, 1,014, 1,015, 1,016, 1,017, 1,018. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So
That
there's
was yoga, by the way.
there was some. So that was 30 seconds, just over 30 seconds.
Sketchy.
You stopped a few times, so there's some objective signs in there that I saw that you are above a .08. You didn't have your foot straight.
Oh.
You didn't look at your foot. You did raise your hands. You didn't maintain that position. Stuff like that. Those are things that we're looking for. Pass or fail? No. It's just because it's not like, oh, did it one time, he's done, or 2 times. No, we literally just objectively record what you've done, and we take that into account. I don't know. How'd you feel?
Can I inject right now?
Yeah.
What I feel is amazing is it's a test. And I feel people should not be swayed by, I can drink and pass this. It's really tough.
Yeah.
And because if you're inebriated, you're going to lose your advantage to succeed.
Absolutely.
Plus, you're nervous.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, like, don't get inebriated. Win the challenge. I see it as a challenge.
Win
right?
the challenge. There
yeah,
you go.
Like, right?
Yeah.
And so, what I'm saying is, go have fun. Don't be me. Because right now, I want one more, by the way. Because the Chiefs drive me home.
It's right over there,
Yeah.
but you're on timeout.
Oh, I'm on timeout. That's right. I'm on still on timeout.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. So I want one more and get tested again.
Let's do.
But my point being
Yeah,
is
for sure.
it's like, don't be an asshole like me right now.
Be you, just not in a vehicle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing wrong with you
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
In a vehicle, there's an issue.
I haven't had a ticket in 30 years,
Yep.
and I feel like I'm a success story. Currently making a bad decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're behind the wheel,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and so
Absolutely.
be smart, rope it in,
Yep.
and save somebody from my mistakes.
I like to
Yeah.
tell people or my kids, discipline equals freedom.
Yeah.
So if you've disciplined yourself to limit yourself and not get behind the wheel, you can have all the freedom you want. You're not going to jail.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we got just a few more minutes.
Okay.
We have to do one more test.
I'm ready. Yeah.
All right. This one's called the walk and turn.
Oh, this is
Let's,
terrible.
yeah, we'll have to go this way. This way.
Channel,
No, you're fine. All right.
channel your inner model.
So there's also 2 parts to this one. Okay, there's the instruction phase and then the part that you're going to actually perform it. And I'm going to explain exactly what I want you to do. Just do what I did, okay? If it,
Neil, I want just real quick.
Yeah.
Do you ever root for people? Does there ever
Kinda.
somebody you're like,
Yeah.
please?
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, you got it.
Like-
Yes.
And I'm
Okay.
like,
That was
terrible.
Are you rooting for me right now?
Good job.
No, you're not.
I totally am.
Okay.
I just
got
want,
I got it.
tonight's to show the viewers what we do. So,
Okay.
you know, the more you know.
I got it.
All right. So first phase is you're going to imagine a straight line right here. Okay. What I want you to do is put your left foot on that straight line. It's imaginary straight line.
Okay.
All right. Now what you're going to do with your right foot is you're going to make heel to toe contact.
Damn, this is really hard, by the way. Okay, got it.
Totally. Okay. Sometimes I do this, and you can just come on, just stay like this.
I'm guilty already.
Yeah, you
I
got
still things. God damn it.
So
That must. Okay, first off, back up. Anybody who does that little swerve at the beginning must be so sad.
we probably do it
Every time, right? They're like, oh my god, I just started, I bobbled.
They drag their
on
foot
the back.
back. Let me
Yeah.
find my foot.
Oh,
All right, there it is.
my
So-
god.
So go ahead and
Okay,
put your
okay.
left foot on that line. I'm
Come
gonna
on,
say your-
Sissy.
Okay,
If
I'm
there's
gonna say
a,
your-
if there's a god right now, I'm telling you what.
Don't worry about it. Left foot on that
Okay,
line.
by the way, if you drink liquor, there's no god. Okay, here we go.
Left
Okay,
foot
ready?
on that line. There we go.
Oh, hold on.
You know you're
You said left foot on line.
I did. Now put your right foot
Okay,
in front
okay,
of it.
right foot in front of left. Okay, got it. See,
Making
you'd be like, okay, hold everything.
Right. Now making heel to toe contact.
Damn it! Okay, I'm gonna psych up. I gotta stretch. Okay, here we go.
See what's funny for
Does
the
anyone
viewers
ever
is like,
stretch?
he's doing all the classic things that
Right.
we see.
TC, you can't do this one. Come on.
I'm so busted. He's like, seen this a million times.
I'm cheering
You're
for you.
totally a failure. Okay.
So,
Okay. Do I put my hand straight up?
nope, heel to toe contact.
Okay. I'm so
Just try it.
Try it,
Just
TC.
try it.
Come on.
Good.
You can do it. You can do
Now,
it. Easy. Skate.
Numa,
You're
you're
doing
way
it.
too
Like
good.
a skateboard, TC. Like a
I got
skateboard.
it. Okay, your left.
Yeah.
nope,
right?
hold on, you're not walking yet.
Oh shit! I've been
Put your
busting
hands to
already.
your side.
Yeah.
With your heel and toe, make the contact like this.
He's awesome.
Stand exactly like I am right now. Don't walk.
Oh,
Don't walk.
You're gonna stand like that until I tell you to begin.
I'm going to jail.
Okay?
Yeah, you
But
are.
no, put your heel toe contact.
Oh shit! Again this way?
It's reverse, but
No, fuck.
there you go. All right. So when I tell you to begin, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 9 heel to toe steps along that line, counting out loud while
You-
looking at your feet. It's okay.
Do people do this?
Yeah.
They really do it.
Yeah.
I feel sorry.
You're gonna take 9 heel to toe steps.
Sorry.
Heel to
Here we
toes.
go. One.
I don't know if I can do
Hold
that.
on. I didn't
Two.
tell you to begin yet.
Oh, jeez, I'm going. Can you call a paddy wagon, please?
We're already here.
Get the back head out here.
Thank
All right.
God I'm getting.
Just stand there.
Okay. Can I
Easy.
stop everything? By the way, my daughter's watching right now. She is.
Here, I'll do you a favor. Since we're in a controlled environment, we'll get on with this.
Okay.
Just stand there.
Okay.
Okay. I've already.
Thank God.
I'm throwing you a bone here.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I'm going to jail anyway.
So you're gonna take 9 heel to toe, 9 heel to toe steps along this imaginary line.
I got it.
While looking at your feet with your hands to your side, I want you to count out loud like this while you step. 1, 2, 3,
You can do it,
4.
TC.
Now
I
you
got it.
TC,
You're
I
gonna
got,
keep
you
going
got
all
it.
the way up. This is the important part. All the way up to 9. When you reach that 9th step, you're gonna leave your left foot on that line, and you're gonna take a series of small steps, pivoting on that line, and then you're gonna take 9 heel to toe steps all the way back to where you're at right now, like this. 1, 2, 3, and so forth. All the way
Oh, you
down.
got that, TC.
And if I pass, I get a master's degree in this.
Almost.
Okay.
So
Okay, I got this.
Here's some important things you need to remember. Once you start, do not stop.
Oh my God.
Look down at your feet. Keep your hands to your side and count out loud.
Mm-hmm. You got this,
Do you
TC.
have any questions?
My question is,
Yes, sir.
why would anybody drink and drive? Seriously.
Great question.
Yeah.
So now we're on your time. So when you're ready, you may
Yeah.
begin.
So,
Okay. Right here. Let's go.
can I ask one question?
Oh,
Does
shit.
my left foot go first or my right?
So
No more questions.
now I'll put you in that stance.
Yeah.
So left foot on the line, right foot in front of it.
Ready? Here you go.
Hold on. Now stay right there, okay?
Mhm.
I'll,
Okay, I got
I'll
it.
actually
Yeah.
help you. Put your
Okay,
right
thank
foot in
you.
front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Put your right foot in front.
Oh, got you this way?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Now begin. Go.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I turn around. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Still
8,
walking.
9.
All right. Relax. Cool.
How'd I do?
Lots
Terrible.
of things on that I saw. Again, it's not pass or fail. We look for, first thing is how he was standing. Did he maintain that stance? I wanted him to stand just like this.
Yeah.
While
No.
I explained all that, he wasn't able to do it.
No.
After that, when we took the steps, he was looking forward, he wasn't looking down.
Right.
And he missed heel to toe steps
Yeah.
on most of his steps.
All of them.
He did a step instead of a series. It was all one swoop.
Oh.
And then he
Yeah.
did the same thing on the way back.
Yeah.
He raised his arms. Those are objective signs.
So when you
You were.
see me when you're out there, and there's maybe, let's just say, there's a wreck, we're gonna do this next.
Keep talking.
But there's possibly maybe a wreck, speeding.
Yeah.
Maybe they ran from you. You tried to pull them over.
Yeah.
Maybe they tried to go. You finally pull them over, and you see me. What's your first thought?
In the state, if you're in the state you're in right now, it's kind of, gosh dang it.
Obvious, right?
Yeah.
You got a passenger.
Yeah. What is it? I mean, because
But I would just, I need to do a test. I need to test your sobriety. That's the first thing.
Okay.
I'm a grown adult. I'm a grandfather. But just saying.
You can be a great
But
grandfather.
just
Who
saying.
cares?
But just saying. I'm a grown adult. I'm a grandfather.
Uh-huh.
25-year-old me, who used to think I got this.
You haven't got it no more.
I don't have it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, I don't. But my
Well, you
point
probably
being,
didn't have it then.
but my point being is to anybody watching, I don't care what you age, you don't have this, right? Is that what I'm trying to
No.
Tell
say?
you what
No.
let me tell
I
you
don't
what-
care who you are. If you,
Like, I got this. No.
yeah,
you don't.
you
True.
don't have it.
So one thing to remember is while we're doing all this is I'm usually taking notes. I'll take notes of which steps you missed, what you did, all that sort of good stuff. And before I take this, I actually read a thing that I say I would requesting you to take a preliminary alcohol screening test to further assist me in determining whether you're under the influence of alcohol. You may refuse this test, however, this is not an implied consent test, and if you're arrested for DUI, you're required to give another test. They'll, I go, well, we'll talk about that when we get there.
Okay,
So that being said,
I say, sure, I'll do that. I'm
Right?
totally sober.
a lot of people say, no, I don't want to do that.
But I'm sober.
This is just like the rest of them. This just further assists me. Puts a number on this. Okay. At this point, I've mostly made a decision. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And mostly, I've concluded about your decision.
If you said
but
no-
I'm going to continue
Totally.
to lie about it
Right?
until you say.
So some people they'll say, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
What happens if I don't do it? You're
I
gonna arrest
got
me? And I
one
go,
drink.
and there isn't a yes or no in that. It's it's objective. Okay. So
I haven't had one drink.
it's all zeros.
I was at a birthday party. Yeah.
Let me see
Yeah.
that. Let me see that.
Oh, it's all. Well, it went away now. He wants me to
Yeah,
test it.
okay.
So, and this gets calibrated weekly. Okay.
You got a drink
You're
that yet?
almost.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
So what you want to do is you want.
By the way, my daughter's watching.
That's all right. You want to form a seal around this, and you're gonna a long exhale.
Can I cheat? Is there cheating ways to do this?
No.
On YouTube? Can I find that cheating video?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
no?
no. So all right. So form a seal and a long breath out. Okay. And I'll hold it.
Oh, I can't
Okay.
touch it? Okay.
Deep breath. Good job.
I
Good
do
job.
yoga.
All right. Cool. So now we wait. You want to see the number? Come on over.
Yeah, here's the number.
I don't know how I'm looking.
Hold on. What do you think you are?
I'm sober.
2 point something.
Hang on.
Totally sober. For sure. Is that bad?
So you're 0.17. What's the legal limit?
0.08?
0.08.
Oh, 0.08?
So you're
Okay.
over double what the legal limit is.
Shit!
But just barely, though.
Thank God the Chief's driving me home.
So
Holy smokes.
Can he have his other cocktail now? He's been dying for
Newman,
that.
you pour some good cocktail. I'm good now? Shit, holy mackerel. Yeah, thank you.
Your daughter will be so proud.
I kind of feel sober, by the way.
You're doing good work for education here. It's a good thing. We appreciate
So how did I do for being double? Am I like,
well, I'll tell you this
I'm
much.
saying, like,
But TC, there's no how did you do.
but
You're either sober or you're drunk.
no, I'm totally drunk, I get it.
Keep
But
in mind your time. You started drinking just before 6, and
It's not even.
I mean I finally passed you at almost an hour later.
So
Do people go to a bar and stay at a bar for 20
Hours.
minutes, a half
so
an hour?
it took me
Usually it's a
one.
while.
It took me 1 hour to do that.
Yeah, and you're double.
Double the limit.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, from my standpoint, anybody out there, it can take. It's like a snap.
yeah.
A snap
You
can
do a couple of
ruin
cocktails,
your
a
life.
couple of cocktails, a soda.
So my point being is, and Numa, by the way, aloha, like, worst the best Mai Tais ever.
So was a
but,
mean drink.
but my point being is, and to my friends from the CHP and the service that you give to the community, and the fear I have of anybody being hurt from a DUI is
CC.
so terrible.
I still love you as my friend, even though
No,
you're
thank
fucked
you.
up.
No, I'm totally buzzed, and my daughter's watching, so I have to be like aware of that.
Chief, how's he doing, Chief?
Chief,
You
how
ask
am
me
I
too
doing?
much, Chief, how he's
Am
doing?
I normal right now?
Captain,
This is
Captain, yeah.
Captain.
Well, we call them all chiefs.
obviously you're over twice the legal limit, so it says it all.
So that happened quick.
Yeah.
Numa, thank you.
so at this point.
Please,
we
no,
got-
no, no, no,
wait.
no, but
No, no,
please.
you've done
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
talking.
yeah,
You've done enough
yeah,
talking. We're done here.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, so,
Oh,
what happens to him now? Okay, you got the
Good question. So I did all that,
got that.
and at that point I would hand it to my partner, and I would say, all right, TC,
handcuffs?
I would say, based on all this, I formed the opinion that you were under the influence of alcohol. And so I'm going to place you under arrest. Note the time, immediately put you in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Handcuffs is, there's a process with all that. Make sure you don't have anything on you, and then I more or less put you in the patrol car. And usually there's tears and there's lots of questions.
Okay.
And that's the point we asked earlier about.
You guys got to ask a question until you've had.
yeah.
Until you've drunk.
Like,
Okay.
they
Yeah,
said,
you can ask
at
questions.
that which point the people think, I just ruined my life, and we just tried it. The one thing people want to know is what happens next.
Right.
That's such a great question, and we try to explain the process.
Okay.
Legally, when you get your driver's license, there's a clause in there that says if you're ever arrested for DUI, you will submit a sample of your blood or breath, which gives the actual content, blood alcohol content of your blood. You always have the choice to refuse things. I wouldn't advise it just because that's what you signed for. And
Right.
so there's another test you'd have to take, and then there's the process of booking, or if their person's injured, they go to the hospital. But just because you're going to the hospital doesn't mean you're not going to be arrested for DUI.
Right.
But yeah,
But, the question is how things have changed since COVID. He's blowing in things, and you're close to him, and he's
Right.
getting out of his car and not wearing a mask.
I totally have COVID too.
You got COVID, right? He's got COVID, right?
no, there's
Is there anything different going? Anything different with your test? With
just the proper precautions,
Okay.
masks and stuff like that. So
All right, I got a follow-up question. Let's say TC had made all the right decisions. He's having a good time.
yeah,
He gets home safe, right? He's at that same blood alcohol level. He doesn't know it because he's having a good time and making good decisions and not.
I
having to
think
get
I'm
him tested.
perfect, by the way.
Yeah,
I do.
when-
Like, seriously. I mean,
He goes
So,
home. He
my
eats
point
a sandwich.
being is,
he's-
I'm
hold on,
perfect.
I gotta finish this
Okay,
question.
I'm drunk. Yeah, it's a,
So, how long do you think it would take for him to get to a safe space as far as his blood alcohol level? So he sleeps it off.
there's a calculation involved with his weight.
BMI.
Yeah, usually it's
Yeah,
about
tomorrow.
0.02% per hour that you'll start to sober up.
0.02%
So-
per
So
hour.
within-
An all-nighter, not till the morning.
Because he's
That's
at a
a lot.
1.7 right now. So we do a little bit of math.
are we gonna test me
Probably be
again?
about 8 hours.
We could.
Can we do
A little bit of
one more
good night's
test?
sleep.
Like Numa makes me a couple more, and
No, we don't do the
my
couple.
wife
We have
says
one-
you should sleep in the doghouse. And yeah,
Okay, well, first of all,
yeah.
the captain doesn't want you puking in his car on the way home.
Oh, and possibly I can, which would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
My question is,
This is
there
your
was
last question,
one,
by the way.
if there's one thing,
Yeah.
seriously, like honestly, if there's one thing a 20-year-old
Yeah.
watching,
21.
yeah, 21,
21.
yeah,
Yeah.
21. What's your
Hopefully.
best advice? I mean, it's life's so short. What would be your best?
The term DD or designated driver has been around for.
Ever.
I've never known a time it wasn't around. Do people actually use it? Is there someone that responsibly goes with their friends and is a
No.
wingman?
Right.
Yeah, the pregnant one.
Right.
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 That's true.
So, who are you drinking with? Is there someone there that can take care of you in some form? As you drink more, your judgment is just going away. Bartenders can see it. Sometimes they're like, no, you've had enough. But they're running a business. We get it. But sometimes they ask, hey, who's taking care of this guy? Who's on TC duty?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So what would I recommend? Make the choice and get everything in place before you go out. If you don't, if you fail the plan, you plan to fail? I don't know.
So this is the season. This is the season for it too. Christmas parties and a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Be responsible,
be responsible.
right? Do the right thing.
What happens to your car?
Good question.
Depending on where you're
Generally, we tow it, but it's not an impound. Doesn't go to car jail. It's for storing, for safekeeping. If we park it on the side of the road, we took you away from your car, and this isn't where you chose to park it. So there's some liability on our end. So we tow it and store it for safekeeping.
Okay.
Is there anything you could say to people when they're driving and their red light comes on
Yeah.
that can make your life easier? Is there something that we could help
I'm
the people you're pulling over
He's,
to make your life easier?
Good
Like,
question.
Yeah.
You mean like how people say,
Like, get
hands on the steering wheel
yeah,
and all that sort of
always
good stuff?
that like that. Don't take your hands off because
Totally. Well, what's
Yeah.
important to remember is that every time we make a stop, we don't know that person.
Right.
Never met them. They never met us. So we want everybody to be safe.
CC, I know. I mean, right? These guys got the tests and the breathalyzer. You are hammered. I've known you for a long time.
Hold on.
I've known you for
Should
a
I
long,
drink a
long
little
time.
more? By the way,
I've
Numa,
known you for
As a
well
friend,
done.
as a friend.
would you let him drive?
No, hell no. Give me the damn keys.
So anybody who's 21 or whatever,
You know what? In
Bring
my
your friend,
life,
it's
I
a
would
good friend.
never drive right now. I
believe
would
you.
sleep under a cardboard box behind a building right now.
Before you drove, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that you would love to find somebody under a cardboard box
Rather than
versus
a car?
being on the road, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree with
Absolutely.
that. Yeah.
So are we doing more tests? Was there another test, another drink?
That's pretty much it.
That's it?
Well,
So
obviously I
there's-
failed.
So what I showed you, the eye tests,
Okay.
the one leg stand and the walk and turn, those are objective, scientifically proven tests based on the way we do it and what we look for,
Right.
the clues and the signs. I knew what your BAC was before I put that pad in your mouth, based
Right.
on what I saw. So those are the three, we call them the 3-test battery. That's generally what we do. There's
Right.
other ones that are scientific, but there's
So-
several more that we do.
Right. So now, when he was arrested, goes downtown, his life now's changed. I mean, as much as you can say how we do it for
Yeah.
make sure you're safe. His life's changed. He's tacked. He's going a different direction. $10,000, maybe $15,000. DUI classes, higher insurance, blah blah blah. No
Yep.
car for a year. It's a significant change to your life.
Absolutely.
You can't just go get in your car and drive home anymore.
Nope.
Right? You can't do that.
There's too much risk.
I mean, what do you want to do?
So I think it's probably important to point out. People say, "Oh, it's going to cost $10,000." No, that's not like anything that we see. It's not like we do it
right.
for that, and we don't see that money. Those are like fees. Those are with any violation sort of thing. Like you said, court fees,
Right.
your lawyer fees, all that sort of stuff.
Class fee.
We don't. There isn't like a price on it.
Right.
So that,
It's not a profit opportunity for
because
you
No.
guys.
we
that's
don't get
honestly
any
what
of that.
everybody thinks is. I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people think, "Oh, it's $10,000." Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. We don't do it for that. We do it to get them off the road. But they say, "Oh, 10 grand, I'm gonna go get a loan or something." But like, what can they do at that point? They can take the classes. So there's
become smarter and to share their wisdom onto their children to not act like I did.
absolutely
Right?
Yeah.
Is that not the best part of it all?
for sure.
Is that we only live through our generations.
Totally.
And so my advice is
Your advice. You're too fucked up to give advice.
Well, I'm just gonna say right now is that anybody
Yeah.
should be saying is that this is not right. Never should you get in your car after drinking Numa's
Right.
beautiful umbrella drink.
Well, you don't want something like this to ruin any time, especially now the holiday season's coming up.
Yeah.
Right.
We've had. I mean, it happens.
I'm very sensitive.
You're
If I
sensitive.
killed somebody tonight, I would literally die. I would. I would seriously.
You're all
I would
responsibility.
seriously die if I hurt somebody after drinking this.
Someone texted here to say your daughter
Yeah.
will forgive you.
And I hope she will. And the reason being is that my daughter one day came to me and said, "Dad, I have a problem, and I want to become sober." And my wife and I had no idea. And she said, "I have better things in my life." And we said to at that time that we will invest in your future.
TC.
Yeah.
He's gonna go make another cocktail. Okay. You go.
Okay, I got one more.
Yeah. Captain Aaron Cheek, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My good friend Chris Nagawa, thank you so much for coming down. Melissa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you very, very much.
My pleasure.
TC, you were awesome. You did a good job.
Anybody got handcuffs? You got handcuffs?
You're drunk. You're guilty.
Hey, I just want to say, everybody watching, please get an Uber, call a friend, call your mom, call your dad.
Any ride share.
Yeah,
Anybody.
anything you
Anybody.
possibly
Numa.
do not hurt anybody.
Call Numa. He'll
Call
pick
Numa.
Oh, hey, I'll pick you up. I got
Thanks,
a minute.
Numa.
I got the car.
You were awesome. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.